Welcome back to UnKind TV, everyone. We're George and Martha.
Hello.
And today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 11, Snake Bye. We open with Dennis re-proposing to Portia. It's very disappointing.
Especially with the news that's recently come out, Martha.
Well, it's not confirmed, but yeah, some of you were commenting that he cheated again.
Snuck into the zoo.
I was very disappointed in Portia. She's just like, ah! And the only one who has a normal reaction is Candy. The rest of them are all like, oh. Kenya's kind of like faking it. Kenya's like, yeah, Kenya's doing the Nancy Pelosi.
Wasn't he at a funeral in Detroit?
That's what he said. That's what he told her to throw her off.
Yeah, but a funeral, that seems kind of dark.
No, he is going. He left the same night.
Oh, that's right, because she wasn't going to get the penis that she thought.
Yeah. Penis! And he's like, what did you say? Peen!
He went to Canada. He was meeting another woman there, and he figured he'd stop along the way to re-propose.
I can't stand this guy. I don't like that she just
despicable.
embraced it with open arms. I don't like everyone encouraging it.
Mr. Personality.
I'm like Candy. Candy's like, I don't know.
I like Candy a lot.
I do too. Candy's sensible. So now back on the bus, Kenya is doing her Tanya impression again. Now it's getting a little mean.
Well, I think she's also a little drunk.
Like, the first time she did it and they all did their impressions, it was funny.
Well, because she also got attention.
Now, yeah. Now she's, like, really going in with it. And she's like, the love in the air is just amazing.
Genuine?
It's genuine.
I think all the women probably are starting to...
resent her.
Yeah.
The Mary Sunshine thing is wearing thin.
I don't know if they resent her. They're just sort of exhausted by her.
Well, Kenya uses her Tanya character to say, so what happened between you and Dennis? Are you going to tell us? And Portia really doesn't want to get into it. So Portia gets to talking where she's like, you think I'm going to talk about my these blogs after I just got my ring back? No. Then Marlo, right away, implying the animal thing. Portia's like, you think I'm going to be with somebody who messes with dogs? And then Marlo's like, okay, so I was going to bring my puppies around him.
I don't know. The bestiality thing doesn't get old. I think because I dislike him so much.
She says, Portia clarifies, she's like, it is something that happened with someone and I knew about it. Don't listen to any of these blogs. They're talking about Dennis and what he did, and Portia says that what he did was selfish and that now she's like recommitted to fixing their family. And Cynthia gets talking where she's like, selfish and cheating are two different things, and I completely agree. I feel like Portia's downplaying it because he did say that when he was like, I was selfish.
I think a lot of
you're a
people
lot
do
more
that.
than selfish.
You're trash.
It's just two different things. Selfish is making Portia do all the chores or like letting Portia get up too many times in the night for PJ. That's selfish. Having sex with another woman while your wife or your fiance is pregnant and having the baby and taking care of the baby, that's beyond the pale.
It is.
He was selfish. Okay. Very disappointed in her.
I am too.
So then Portia says, this is all clearly planned out. I thought we could get to the bottom of Snake Gate by going to Marlo's room. So they all go to Marlo's room, and Marlo has the set decorated. She has her name spelled out in like those Home Goods letters. She has pictures from home.
She has a nice throw.
Kenya, Portia, Candy, Cynthia, and Marlo are talking about who the snake is. And they think it's Giovanna. And Kenya goes, well, we have to act like you already... No. Like, it's already established that it's Giovanna. Like, you need to tell her when she comes in, how could you do this? She's quite the actress.
She's really good.
How can you see that and not think at times Kenya's super sketchy? Like, how she was so effortless. And Portia agrees to go along with this whole scheme. So Giovanna walks in like it's a slumber party. Portia goes, nobody said PJ party.
Do you think Kenya told her it was a PJ party?
Who knows? Maybe. I think she's just thirsty and she wanted to show off her little...
Yeah, but not impressed.
No. Portia right away is like, we know you're the snake. And Kenya's like, yeah. We've established it. And Marlo goes, nobody established anything. I want to be among the truth. Why did you blow it from the beginning? Why did Marlo do that? That annoyed me, because it's like, I kind of like the little game that Kenya and Portia were playing. They made Giovanna so nervous. She starts gulping. You could see on screen.
She's been gulping from the get. She's been, the second it was brought up.
We talked about that. She always repeats back the question, are you the snake? Am I the snake? Am I the... No, but the real question is she always changes the subject. It's like classic, you're busted. But I love that. And then they tried to persist. No, it has been established.
Yeah.
Marlo ruined it for them.
Thanks,
okay.
Marlo.
That was good.
Was it?
Do it again.
Thanks, Marlo.
So right as they're about to really go in on Yo-Yo, as Portia calls her, we get that like music, and then Nene bursts in with her titty out.
Now, Martha, do you wear nipple covers?
No.
Why?
Because I don't need them.
Well, who needs them?
I guess if you wear outfits like that.
Robes?
I know, like very exposed. No, but maybe she had on something else earlier that had like a lot of cleavage showing. And
so
you don't want to wear a bra. Yeah.
Oh.
But I have such small ones that I don't even bother.
I know.
Mine don't flop around like that.
No, but they will one day, hopefully.
But, yeah, she's got this robe, and then the whole thing's hanging out. And everyone's like, I don't need to see your titty. The whole thing.
Yo-Yo has to put it back in.
So they try to get back to Giovanna. Kenya keeps trying to pull this conversation back to that. Because Kenya suspects that Nene has made this whole thing up. Why? Because that's something Kenya would do. And she doesn't want this getting away from her. She wants to expose Nene. So she keeps... And Giovanna goes, this is not about the recording. This is about how you're all fake. And I'm like, what does that even mean?
She brought that up on the
You're all
roof
foo-foo.
at
You're
the party.
foo-foo. Yeah.
Because she's
You're
the
all
one.
fake.
She's the phony one.
She reminds me of myself before I had Invisalign. Same teeth. Nene says that a recording is not necessarily the same thing as audio. Because now she's getting pressed about this. Like, what is it that you have exactly? She's like, I did not say a recording. I told this to Candy about 5 different times. You did not tell Candy that. What you told Candy, which we saw, was that unfortunately for Cynthia, someone recorded her dogging me out or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Talking about me like a dog.
Yeah.
No, and then she says, I told Candy about 5 times.
Yeah.
And then Marlo's trying to make the distinction between a recording and audio. And what Nene's trying to say is like, to her, audio is like when Phaedra butt dialed.
Yes.
Versus someone walking around like a narc with like a wire or like intentionally. So what she's getting at is like maybe what Giovanna did is not necessarily outright record. Maybe she got a voicemail. Something along those lines. It's the same thing. Just say who did it and what it is.
Yeah.
But she's playing games. So then Marlo goes, oh, yeah, kind of like what happened to Cynthia with Mike. And Cynthia's just like, starts cursing her out. She hates it. They're referring to when she says like they're supposed to act like they didn't know Kenya was there.
Yeah.
And Cynthia still insists. She's like, did you hear me say that? Did you hear me say that? Did you hear it? Don't even go there. Like, you were caught. Like, that's it. But no. They start going back and forth. That starts to get ugly. Cynthia goes to get up and Marlo goes, sit down, Bob Marley. Bob Marley. Bob Marley. She says Bob Marley like 3 or 4 times.
She's proud of it.
It is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Nene swears that there is audio and the person who did it is in this room, so just stand up. And Marlo goes, Giovanna, just talk to these people. Okay, I'm done. Just like call her out. Like, I'm not playing your little game anymore. Okay, Giovanna, just go take care of it. Like, this is the worst kept secret. I'm done. She is kind of fat. It is annoying. Just tell them, and she won't do it. Nene gets a talking head where the producer says, is Giovanna the snake? She's like, snake is a strong word, so I'm not going to call her a snake. But is Giovanna the one that has information? Yes, she is.
Why wouldn't she call her? Oh, because they're friends.
She doesn't like saying that she's a snake.
Yes.
And then we get back to Portia telling Yavanna about the snake stuff. We're talking about the snake. We're trying to figure out who the snake is. And she goes, well, the snake is your man. Oh!
She's not wrong.
Yes, she is. In that, she's not wrong in substance, but in her place, she's wrong.
Well, she's nervous.
Portia did not attack her. Portia just said, we're trying to find out who the snake is. She didn't say, Yavanna, you in your ugly wig and blah, blah. She just said, we're trying to get to the bottom of who the snake is. And she goes, well, the snake is your man. She's deflecting because she's a cornered rat.
No, that's what I'm saying. She's nervous.
She's horrible. Oh, I thought you meant nervous, like you were kind of giving her a little bit of a pass.
No. Why? She's not a person I would give a pass to.
Not in general, but I thought you meant in the moment, like she was scared. No, she's horrible. That was so awful.
Bad news.
Whoop, that's it. Now you just took everything to a 10. Portia's flipping out. What I didn't like is that Eva's the one who has to go, no, and run and hold Portia back. She is like 8 months pregnant. Why don't you other ladies get up and do something? Why does it have to be Eva to be the one to run and hold her back? I guess because Eva's the one with the most to lose in the situation. Yeah. So she's like panicking to like de-escalate. Yeah. Then Cynthia starts running away. Out of the blue, you just hear, Cynthia, you bald-headed scallywag.
But before that, she goes, you're the most insecure woman in the world. I don't think that's entirely false either.
It's low, but it's true. She is very insecure.
Her tears exhaust me. They're so... I don't want to say they're fake tears, but they're stupid tears.
Nene chases after Cynthia. Kenya comes right after. And like you said, she's crying. It's really annoying. And Nene's like trying to get through to Cynthia, but she's not really giving her any information. And Kenya's like, you know who the snake is, Nene. As it, because but Kenya's, I mean, it's obvious Kenya's competing for Cynthia's attention and affection. So she doesn't want Cynthia and Nene to make up. But she's not wrong. Because Nene's playing games. And Kenya's like, whatever. Like, you know what? You know who this person is. You could put an end to it right now if you wanted to. So stop your bull. Yeah. Because she is just like, just hear what I have to say. And what do you have to say? Just say who it is. We know who it is. It's beyond obvious. And like, why does she have any allegiance to Yo-Yo?
Wake me up before you go.
Then back in the room, Portia's fighting with Yavanna. Because she's like, they have a 10-year friendship. Cynthia and Nene, it's a 10-year friendship. Why are you getting in the middle of that? So that's her beef. And Yavanna goes, I'm not friends with you. And she's like, then why are you here? Which is a good point. This Yavanna chick cannot fight.
No, she's terrible. She just wants to be that bitch.
Well, she's
that monster.
Then again, Nene's asked, like, why don't you just end this? Why aren't you saying anything? And she's stammering. Then back in the room. Yo-Yo is such a little hissing, cornered, like, nasty rat at this point. She goes, you need to worry about your man in the streets, fucking animals.
She's nuts. She's
crazy. Just throwing grenades. I don't even think she's crazy, Swampy. I don't want to give her the satisfaction of that. It's, like, too nice to call her nuts. She's a thirsty clout chaser. She's trying to get fame.
Well, and that's why I don't like her. From the get-go, I didn't like her.
Cynthia's begging Nene, please tell me who did the recording. Nene can't do it. Then Yavanna appears, and Yavanna is like, I'm not going to keep defending my character. That's not who I am. I'm not going to keep doing... You haven't done anything, but okay. Portia is like, go. I want her gone. Want her to go. Get her out.
Security.
Somebody's asking for security. We rewound it. We were trying to figure it out. Somebody's saying, get security. It might have been Kenya.
I think it's Kenya.
Because Kenya's the one who likes to get security.
Yeah, and she does it later.
Yavanna just says, fuck all of you. And then Kenya says, fuck you too, you fucking fake, dumbass, blonde bitch.
She is.
Thank you, Kenya. Okay, Nene is so full of shit. She takes Yo-Yo alone and she's like, I'm trying to have you back, man. No, you just set this lady up so bad. It's clear that Nene got this girl to do her dirty work. And then, I'm just trying to have you back, man. The ladies are back in Marla's room talking about they want this one out. So she's toast. And then Nene's telling her, she's like, you and I both know that there's an RDO. And she goes, you got to go in there and tell these ladies, you got to speak your truth. And she's like, I have stated my case several times. No, you never stated a case. All you did was act nervous, say, I'm not the snake, and then go, you're all foo-foo fake. And watch your man. Your man's a snake. What case did you make?
Yeah.
Nene is such trouble.
That's right, yeah.
Nene is trouble.
She is.
Nene takes Giovanna back in the room, and she's like, okay, let's just hear her out. No. Get security. Security right now. Let's go. Goodbye. Portia's like, I want this hoe out of here. They're fighting out the door, and yet again, Giovanna, right away, your man's fucking animals. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. We all know that's the easy, it's kind of like the low-hanging fruit.
It is.
You know, that's the easy thing to throw in her face. Yes, everybody heard about the blogs, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Thanks. What an idiot. But I love that Nene brought her back in, and it's like, Kenya's like, let's get security.
Yeah.
Security.
And they take her out real quick, though.
They did. And honestly, I think, like, they basically just, like, fired this woman from the show.
They did. And
Not Bravo. It's just the group all refused to have anything to do with her.
Yeah, what a waste of Nair.
That's right. She went through all that with her bush.
I know.
Now we get the God painting with Kenya and the cashew finger. Oh, my God. So Nene is just like lashing out now. She starts yelling at Marlo. She's like, this is your room, Marlo. Well, that's not Marlo's fault, okay? Yeah. What is Marlo's fault is that, from the beginning, she ruined Kenya's scheme with act like we already know she did it. They were going to get to the bottom of it. But you know what? Marlo did that on purpose. She's protecting Nene. She foiled it. Yeah, she's a double agent, Marlo.
She is. She learned that at CNN with Ted Turner.
Nene goes up to Cynthia. Cynthia's crying, and... okay, you're right. It is exhaustingly crying. And Nene is telling Cynthia, she's like, just hear what I have to say. And Kenya's like, you should have said it when you had the floor, Nene. You had the chance. Nene, shut the fuck up, bitch. No, you shut the fuck up, bitch. And that's when you know things are getting hot. Because when you hear that, the back and forth, and then we get the... But Nene is like...
She's like a wolf.
Yes, it was actually scary to witness this.
It was.
This lady has like major blind rage problems.
And she's lucky that the producers and whoever was holding her back.
Well, she's like digging her fingers in the guy's neck. Yeah. It was worrying me. And Portia was holding her back. Yeah. Portia, like really, but it took like a team of handlers.
She's very lucky. They would have fired her.
She looked like a bull. It looked to me like, you know, when a bull, like when they get their sights set on you and there's nothing, she was just like moving her head around so she could keep her eyes on Kenya.
It was very creepy.
And Kenya's just like sitting away. I mean, Kenya's very antagonistic. I'm not going to say Kenya's so innocent, but Kenya's capable of like walking away. Yeah. Nene trying to get around the producers and her eyes are kind of like rolling in her head and her lips are curled back.
But her like eyelids are very lazy.
Yeah, it's like she's losing because she's losing control. Yeah. I know this is really weird, but it's almost like some people when they have an orgasm do that. Yes. Yes. It's like this. And Nene it's like that moment where you just totally let everything go, and that's what's happening to her where she's so mad. It's almost like you're going to faint from the rage.
Kenya gave her an orgasm.
She hates Kenya. That was hate. Somehow Nene breaks away from the producers. I think they like let her go for a minute and then she's right back out the door.
I feel bad for the people staying on that floor.
They ran Kenya, they got her out. Kenya's nowhere to be found. And that's the end of that fight. That was it.
It was a lot.
That was a lot. We had to like stop and keep rewinding and unpacking it. It was too much almost. But I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad. This is better than when it's boring and it's Portia crying and they're all talking about babies. So.
And Dennis.
Oh, I don't want to ever see that guy again.
And you know what? We're done with Yo-Yo.
I know.
Snake bye.
Snake bye.
Snake bye.
Nene walks into Tanya's room the next day.
Martha, I'm ready to go to bed. Tanya, we're back with this bitch.
Okay, well, Nene walks in. Again, she's in Keith Richards mode. Hello, how are you? Like nothing happened. And Tanya, what the frick happened? We don't do this in Canada.
Shut up.
Tanya sounds like Scooby-Doo. When she gets like really excited sometimes.
Yeah,
what the frick?
She's Scooby-Doo.
What role?
Scooby-Doo. Oh, that's what Felicity Huffman did. In that email. Yeah. No, but she's Scooby-Doo if Scooby-Doo committed all the crimes and then acted innocent.
Oh, Tanya.
She brought them all here, brought them all together. Wasn't at the whole blowout. Where were you? Oh, with your ugly fiance, Paul, who does not sleep around. Anyhow, continue, Martha.
Nene is telling her what happened. She's like, I woke up to all these phone calls. She's been debriefed. Nene starts saying, blow up butt, got in her face. That she's going to blow up butt with a pen and deflate it. Yeah, Kenya, the blow up butt. I think there might be some truth to that.
No, you don't think Portia does, though?
No, I think Portia's is real. You can kind of tell by looking at the thighs.
Yeah.
Usually, if the butt's big, but it's hanging separate and the legs are thinner, it's fake. But with Portia, she's got the thick thighs and it goes with her big ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kenya's when they showed it's got the diaper thing a little bit where it's kind of protruding and it's its own entity. I'm not 100% sure, but of course Nene likes to say that that's the case. I'm sure all of you are going to comment now, Wendy Williams, x-rayed Kenya Moore's ass and whatever, man.
Well, we can talk about Kenya Moore's wig shortly.
The group has chased Ivana away. She's leaving. Hasta la vista, snake. And Nene says that Portia really saved her. She's got to tell her, oh my God, my little sister, you really helped me. That's nice after you were so mean to her.
I know.
But I guess she was moved that Portia was, when it came down to it, she had her back.
I mean, Nene came to mend relationships and she seems to be doing a decent job.
And then they're getting ready for carnival. And Tanya has different feathers on or different headpiece, whatever it is. And Candy's like, so you're just trying to look better than everyone else. And she's like, no, that wasn't planned, I swear. They just brought this to me.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Innocent Tanya. Of course she wants to upstage them.
Yeah, it's the Tanya show.
They're also drinking. Portia's drinking Hennessy. I guess Hennessy is sponsoring this. It's
yes.
Casamigos on Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Everything's Hennessy, drinking Hennessy. She's got it in a flask.
This is in the morning.
Yeah.
And now I wonder what it must be very hot there, drinking in that kind of weather.
Oof. Well, that's what we get for a while. A lot of carnival footage. I mean, look, it looks like a good time.
No, it doesn't.
For them. For you and me, we're a couple of old farts, so it wouldn't be a good time. But they look like they're genuinely having fun.
Yeah.
There's not much to say. They're just jumping around. Then they get in the bus again, and Kenya and Cynthia are talking about what happened, and Kenya feels like there's no RDO, and Cynthia says she's really upset with Marlo for what she said. Now they're having dinner after all of this stuff with Carnival. I feel bad for these ladies because that's a long day. They were up early getting glam. They had the fight the night before. They were drinking.
And the sun.
They do look kind of shot.
I don't blame them.
They're so...
Tanya doesn't.
Tanya shows up late, and they kind of make a comment about that. Tanya time is not on time.
Yeah, Candy's done with her.
Yeah, well, Cynthia, too, made a little comment.
Yeah.
And she says that she hasn't gotten any answer as to what happened with Snakey. Is there audio? I didn't get an answer on that. And Kenya goes, of course not. Neither did we. I love Kenya.
Yeah.
That little face. Neither did we. What a shame that we didn't get this made-up audio.
Yeah, yeah.
She makes me laugh.
Yeah, she is good.
We
were laughing
funny.
all through this.
We were. Everything she did. Yep, neither did we. So Marlo goes on this long apology to Cynthia. She's like, I'm very sorry for what I said. She comes with these glasses on. She's like, I didn't have glam. So, I get it. I kind of thought she looked nice without her glam. When she took her glasses off at one point, she doesn't look so bad without her makeup.
I like the glasses.
I did too. She tells Cynthia this whole long thing. She's like, I think you're a rock star. And Kenya's like...
Yeah.
Cynthia accepts the apology. I think Kenya is not happy about that, but she's willing to let it go.
Yeah.
Oh, my passport was found! What? Kenya decided to slip it back to customs?
Yeah. Yeah, where was it found? In her bag?
Look, this is one that I'm sticking to, okay? I don't care who Scott says what. Kenya took that passport.
I can see her having taken it out of her bag and just sort of tossed it on the floor somewhere.
She took it. She so took it. Marlo notices that Kenya's wearing a wig. She's like, are you wearing a wig? I'm going to have to check my inventory, Miss Natural Hair Care. One of my wigs was missing. Kenya is wearing a wig. I'm pretty certain.
No, she is.
I wonder what it is. In the preview, they showed Tanya pulling out something that Kenya left behind.
Really,
I would love it if it was a wig. I believe, now don't get me wrong, I think Kenya does have natural, beautiful hair.
Yes, I think so. You know what? She's probably like very sweaty from the parade.
Just to save time, she's wearing the wig, but she won't admit it because she doesn't want to hurt her brand. But there's nothing wrong with that.
I wear wigs.
I really would never judge her if she's like, yeah, I have a wig on. I didn't have time to do my hair. Especially when you have long hair, it's really hard to style it.
You know she probably puts a lot of time into that hair.
Oh, yeah. But it's just really funny because she's like, let's not go there.
Marla pulls her wig off.
Yep, Marla's like, look, I have a wig. It's okay. Look at my wig. Kenya doesn't do the same. The ladies start asking Tanya when she's going to get married. And they're like, but is it that you're happy just like with him being your fiance? Like, what's the story? And she's like, I honestly feel like my life is completely perfect.
Really?
Oh, no.
Anybody who says that is full of shit.
I've never met a soul who said that who had a normal life. They have the darkest shit of anybody. That's what bothers you about her so much. You know how you're like so triggered by her? Because you hate that.
I love
the people that pretend everything's great.
I love people who just let it all hang out, you know?
She's really like living in denial. To say my life is completely perfect.
It's like the people who go on social media and just post all these wonderful pictures of their partners and then you find out they divorce a year later.
Yeah, it's never a good sign. Like these women too who make the husband their whole identity.
He's my best friend.
It's every post.
Yeah.
It's in the bio.
Yeah.
Married to so-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. It's interesting. And yeah, Tanya's just like...
Perfect.
He is my best friend. My best friend in a very romantic way. Don't get it twisted. Oh, yes. Everything's wonderful.
Perfect. She could say it's good. She could say it's nice.
Completely perfect, she said.
Perfect.
Completely perfect.
She has all his passwords.
Well,
she
then...
can go in.
Kenya says... Just to play devil's advocate for a second. So... Candy's a wife. Marlo, I don't know. But Portia's going to be a wife. Like she and Dennis say their husband and wife. I am a wife.
By the way, she threw hers away very quickly. And I'm a wife, so...
Yeah, I'm a wife. She goes this whole long thing. So that being said, would you want to know if someone in the group knew that a partner was cheating? So how is this playing devil's advocate? She means like, let me ask a hypothetical question. Yes. But this whole long thing where she's basically pointing out, Tanya, you're not a wife. You're a wife, and I'm a wife, and she's a wife, and you, just a hypothetical.
And your fiance is possibly cheating on you.
Well, we find out that cookie lady, when Kenya and Cynthia and the baby went to have cookies, she said that Tanya's fiance hit on her and tried to get her number.
I buy it. You know why? You're friends with Dennis.
I think you're absolutely right about that. Not good.
And you know what? Tanya knows.
And Tanya says, yeah, I would want to know, but I would be broken up. My heart would be broken. But, I mean, you know, I love when he tells me about that stuff, like what the dudes do.
What was that about?
I mean, he has one passcode, and I have the code to all his things. How many phones does he have? One? And I can see everything he does.
Why do you have the code to all his things?
There's some people that feel like my parents, they share everything.
Is it
it's not on purpose. Yeah, it's just because that's how they are. Yeah, my dad, like, used to use my mom's email.
Oh, yeah.
They share a computer.
Yeah.
You know, other people are, like, less. They like to have their own separate devices. I don't know. I just thought the fact that she was saying that, it was like her overcompensating. Kenya in the talking head says, it wasn't a loaded question. It had a bullet in it, but I chose not to let it go off. First of all, that is a loaded question by definition. It wasn't loaded. It had a bullet in it. Oh, okay. And the producer goes, so then why did you ask it? And she just goes, She knows. And she even says, maybe because of the state of my own marriage.
That was endearing.
Thank you for admitting that you are so miserable and you just want to fuck everybody up.
I kind of envy that in a way.
She just is so shameless.
It's great.
That's it. It looks like it's going to be a good season. We got the mid-season trailer. I very much enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what Tanya has on Kenya. This was a good episode. It was very good.
It was. We're happy.
We're happy.
Satisfied. A little overwhelmed.
Yes, but I'm excited. I'm excited for next week. That's a good feeling. Thank you so much for watching. And you know what? Please do comment. I actually do love learning from the comments. Sometimes you guys say things that I didn't realize and it opens my eyes. But don't, the comments where you guys are frustrated that our information is not accurate. You accused so-and-so, but it we're not reporters. This is not the Washington Post. This is not
Fox
Page
News.
6. Yeah. We're just watching the show with all of you and being silly. If something happens to come our way, big Housewives news, we say something about it. But, no. We're not claiming to be the bearers of the tea. Bye. Welcome back to UnKind TV, everyone. We're George and Martha.
Martha's been using the ghost radar.
They don't know what that is.
Well, you can tell them.
Today we'll be recapping The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Season 12, Episode 12. A hairy situation.
Some ghost wants to talk to us about the government, apparently.
I would like to ask it about Kenya Moore's hair. By the way, before we get into this, I'm very sad. We're filming this on the day that Kobe Bryant and his daughter died, and it's...
And the other people in the helicopter.
I know. Imagine being like that, the family of those people.
Yeah, you'd have to sedate me.
I mean, the ones that are getting ignored because Kobe was...
Oh, I know. I mean, it's like Farrah Fawcett. She died the same day Michael Jackson did. It might be okay, good for them, because they don't have to deal with the media attention. They can grieve privately.
It keeps hitting me in waves.
I know.
I'll think about it and then move on from it, and then I'm just doing something else, and I'm like, oh my God, Kobe Bryant died?
I mean, I don't really know much about Kobe Bryant. I know that he plays football. But what? Basketball, sorry. I know that he plays the basketball. But then the Uber driver cried today. I was in an Uber, and he found out in the Uber, and he cried. He was young.
I just think it's so weird that LeBron James broke Kobe's record last night. He surpassed him for scoring.
Yeah.
And the last thing Kobe ever tweeted was congratulations to LeBron James. It just gives me chills. It's sad because my brother was so obsessed with Kobe when we were little. I'm sure a lot of you watching can relate to this. Particularly people of a certain age group. I'm 28, so when I was a kid, Kobe was in his prime.
Yeah.
Those were the years that he and Shaq were dominating, and every kid in my school wanted to be Kobe, but my brother really wanted to be Kobe. Non-stop. Look, I got this new move, I got this move,
I mean, it's this is a pivotal moment in his life, in a way. I mean, I know that sounds dramatic, but it's he'll remember where he was when he learned.
No, it's horrible. That was his hero. And actually, his passion for basketball was never the same when Kobe retired. Mamba out, that was it. You know what I really loved about Kobe? His work ethic.
Yeah.
He would really hate us. He would say he had no patience for lazy people. The guy was non-stop, a maniac, obsessed.
Not get along.
But that's why he was so great. Anyway.
You know what, Martha? I just realized the ghost that's trying to communicate with us is Kobe. He mentioned the government, and it is a conspiracy. The government killed him.
I know a lot of people who feel that way.
A lot of people feel that way.
I know. I think it's just the nature of riding in helicopters.
Yeah. Never.
It's always the small planes and the little things. Aaliyah died because of the small aircraft. John. Because there's not as much room for error when you make a mistake.
I think John too, you mentioned earlier Aaliyah having too much luggage. I think John also had too much luggage.
I think he also didn't know how to work with the instruments on the plane.
Yeah. The ghost radar also said something about the French.
It said, at first, this one's joking around saying, Kobe, is that you? And then it goes, Lake. So I said, oh, Laker. And then French, government.
I don't want to know what kind of ghost we're dealing with, Martha.
I don't either. I really don't.
Seems like a very manipulative one. Like a very needy one. One that just, like, says one word and expects you to, like...
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyhow.
rest in peace, Kobe.
Rest in peace, Kobe. It is very, very sad.
Oh, what's sad is that his little girl was on the plane with him. All right, let's get into the show so we can stop being sad. We open with Eva. Eva's talking to her husband. She's upset with Candy. She calls her Salt Bae. She says she's just throwing salt.
And now Bae is before not everyone else, before anyone else.
I'm sorry,
Bae, Bae, B-A-E.
Yeah.
What does that stand for? Before anyone else?
I didn't know it stood. I thought it was a shortening of babe.
That's what I thought too, but there's people... I thought it was for a long time, but people spell it B-A-E.
Yeah.
And it means before anyone else.
Look, I don't know.
I just want clarification, Martha. Jeez.
I don't know what it means. But what I know is that Eva shouldn't be blaming Candy for getting called out.
No. Candy was just relaying the information.
That is annoying, though. Like, wouldn't you be annoying if someone kept repeating everything you said about other people?
Yeah, but you know what? I probably just wouldn't hang around that person for very long, so...
And Eva's like, she tried to deny it. She's like, Candy started a problem between two people who didn't have an issue, meaning Eva and Portia. And she's like, aren't you just throwing salt? Somebody's got to move this storyline along.
Candy had the information. Candy, I think, was just stating the fact.
Well, Cynthia was there too. And Cynthia didn't go running to Portia and tell Portia everything. The main point of the scene is that Marley's going to get her name changed. So Eva's very emotional about this because her crazy ass ex... she doesn't want her baby girl bearing his name anymore. And she's really nervous that he's going to show up at the courthouse. But I feel like it's going to be okay. Because, well, her husband is the lawyer, so he's going to take care of everything.
That's nice. What? What?
We had this issue before where I showed him something. It was like a picture of Kobe and his daughter giving him high five when he's going into court. And I was very sad. And you went... Oh, that's sad. I don't know when you're being serious or when
I wasn't being serious about what I just said about the situation with whatever her name is and her husband and the name change. When you showed me that picture, I said, oh, that's sad. What am I supposed to go, oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm like, am I supposed to pull a Vicky Gunvalson and throw my, ooh.
No, but it's the same exact tone as like what you just said now and you're like, oh, that's good.
So I understand, so you can't tell.
Yeah.
I apologize, but you know what?
Why apologize? I'm just trying to interpret it. Because sometimes you'll go, oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's more genuine.
So, were you really saddened by the Kobe picture?
No, I was. You just caught me off guard. I was preoccupied with something else.
Okay. I need a swampy dictionary.
You really do.
The ladies are visiting a spa. It's Portia, Marlo,
Tanya,
and Candy. You were very disturbed by the pins. They all have to wear orange jumpsuits.
Hideous. I would not go there.
They joke that it's like orange is the new black. It is.
That was my first thought.
And yeah, Marlo and Portia couldn't bear to be like everyone else, so they're putting pins on everything.
They're so stupid.
Really? Chanel pins? Really?
Marlo was wearing 2 Chanel pins on top of each other.
They were Chanel?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I could see Portia's glue 2 C's.
Well, I couldn't pay attention to half the scene because I was trying to figure out... I could tell it was Portia had a Chanel one on, but I was trying to figure out what was dang... It's like they're royalty or something. Like Prince Andrew over here or whatever.
They were having fun with their sheet masks. Remember when I made you do one?
Martha, I do, because I remember you saying, I'm bringing you a sheet mask, I'm bringing you a sheet mask. And I thought you meant like a KKK mask. Do we have to cut that? I'm sorry, but I did.
I remember you saying that. He really thought that's what I meant. He didn't know that it was a beauty treatment. They are cold and slimy.
They're slimy, yeah.
But they do really...
You enjoy them, and if you enjoy them, I trust that they work.
I love sheet masks for when I need to calm my skin down. This time of year it's good, like with the cold weather. But sometimes if I have a breakout, I'm trying to heal like a pimple scar, they're nice.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I think you'd like them if you got more into them.
Yeah, I probably would.
Well, they're a little freaked out. Marlo's like, oh, my face is coming off. That was so funny. They're like, you okay? That was hysterical. Oh. Marlo. Oh, well, Marlo's about to be a very happy woman. All right, Miss Tanya. Not so nice after all.
Oh, yeah. We see her true colors.
I mean, granted.
I see your true colors, and that's why I don't love you.
She has reason to be mad.
So don't be afraid. Sorry, keep going.
She has reason to be mad at Kenya.
She does.
So she brings up, she's like, I know she was talking about me. She kept doing this, like, towards me. So this woman was so beautiful, a beautiful woman. And then Tanya says that Kenya was very pushy with her about IVF. This is where I'm, like, kind of not on Tanya's side about Kenya. I don't think Kenya was trying to be hurtful with the IVF conversation. I think Kenya, having been through IVF, having been embarrassed by Phaedra over IVF, which was really mean.
She's just very maybe passionate about the subject.
Yes. And I think she's just trying to give Tanya some advice that she thinks is helpful. Mm-hmm. And Tanya's like, no, who tells me to put my egg in? No, my single egg? She took that the wrong way.
Or did she take it the wrong way, or is she just using it?
Both, I think.
She's crazy, Tanya.
She is crazy. No, I really didn't think Kenya was, and you guys know, I'm not one to defend Kenya. I didn't see Kenya.
Yeah.
I didn't think Kenya was being malicious with that. But she goes, I might have some tea on her. Oh, really? Tanya says that Kenya left something behind in Canada, Toronto.
Stop, it's creepy. Stop.
Yeah, she's like, she asked me to bring it for her, so I opened it. You don't just bring a package over the border.
And it was just an iPhone charger.
Mm-hmm. And Marlo is like, oh! She and Portia both go, like, they cannot believe it. After what she did to Marlo.
Is Kenya stupid? I would have just left it. I left something there.
It's expensive, man. Well, technically it's not a wig. It's actually even worse to me. It's those little extensions that you put like at the bottom to make your hair look longer.
Oh, really? So they go like the base of your head?
Mm-hmm.
Like
well, Marlo starts putting it on to prove she's like, she's a fraud. Look, to all of you who were very quick to start commenting that we don't know what we're talking about.
And that Wendy Williams did a test.
There's absolute proof. Nope, Kenya has beautiful hair and we're such haters. Oh, really? I said from the beginning, I believe Kenya has beautiful natural hair.
She does.
She absolutely does. She also enhances it. And I would too if I were on The Real Housewives. It's fine. Bethany has done stories where she's like coming home from the reunion and she starts pulling out her clip-in extensions and taking her eyelashes off. It happens. They all
do it.
But why is it a scandal? Because Kenya pretends that she never uses enhancements. It was so obvious that she was wearing a wig. And Portia basically calls it out. They're all talking about how she was wearing a wig through the trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they showed pictures of it. Of her throughout the trip.
Oh, boy.
And I would have opened the box. I would have.
Absolutely.
You're crossing the border, you have to open. I don't know what's in that box. So I don't put, I can't blame Tanya for that.
It's just, it's delicious.
It's delicious, but I can't help
because she's such a liar.
Yeah.
Like, don't pretend. I don't like when people pretend that they don't enhance anything. Like, just be forthcoming. Like, it's like the same with work done, I guess. I would be very open about it. I intend to get stuff done. Because then you look
so stupid.
Like what happened to Kenya.
Kenya, you'll see. I remember it was ages ago. It was Susan Lucci on The View. Mm-hmm. And I don't know
sorry,
why.
Is anybody confused about his sexual orientation?
First of all, I was thinking about Kobe and what would the equivalent to, what that was to me. Like, Joan Rivers, obviously. And then Susan Lucci on The View. Somebody asked her, they're like, he looks so good. Have you had work done? No. It was so awkward. She knew she was lying. They all knew she was lying. And it's not fair to other people, especially if you're a celebrity.
Exactly. And I feel like that's what Kenya's doing. Sometimes you set an unrealistic expectation. She has beautiful long hair, natural hair.
Yeah.
She also adds a few inches of extensions. And that's okay. It's totally fine. But let people know. Do you love your Kenya Moore hair care? It's good stuff. It has good reviews. That's great. And just to make things look a little nicer, you get a little help too.
And you know what, Martha? It's okay to be gray.
That's right. Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to the people?
What about it?
Gray
I'm getting gray hairs?
Yeah.
I am.
Martha's going gray.
Yeah, from stress. Did you know that's true? That's not an old wives' tale? Stress makes you go gray.
Damn it. Well, stress makes some people go bald.
Yeah?
I don't know. I want to go gray. I'm not going to. I'm not going to have that opportunity.
You will. Your eyebrows.
That's true. My ear hair.
You're going to have it. I'm going to have to trim it for you.
You will be trimming it for me.
It's okay.
But I won't even ask you. You'll be, oh, Swampy, hold on. Let me do this. Stay still.
Anyway, I would like an apology from those of you who went after us over this. I'm just kidding. You don't have to apologize. It's okay. It's okay.
No, but
I think a lot of people think that we're just Kenya haters. At least, can some of you just acknowledge that we were right about Kenya with the clip-ins? Okay? Can you please? Maybe not.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We always get accused of being wrong about Kenya. We're right about this one thing.
Exactly.
You could give us this. One little bone.
Thanks.
Then Eva's headed to the courthouse. She's very nervous. Her sunglasses are bothering me because they're pinching her nose and she's got that nasal sound. I hate that. Just a stupid thing. I didn't realize that her husband was adopted. And she said it's so special that he can do this for another child.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. He's been Marley's dad since she's 15 months old. So to him, it's like, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
But still, I guess it must feel good for him to be able to adopt another kid. Like what was done for him.
And they have 2 kids together?
Well, now the third, she had the baby, Maverick.
I mean two biological. He has 2 biological kids with. Why can't I remember Eva?
Portia and Lauren are visiting Miss Diane.
You mentioned that Miss Diane is not Lauren's mother.
Yeah, no. They're half-sisters to their father.
Makes sense because they're very different.
They are very different. Lauren is much more mature. Well, Portia shows Miss Diane her ring. And they're like, what does this mean, Portia? And Portia's like, let's have a family meeting. You know, they're really not about it. Lauren's like, do I have to do this? I love Lauren. I feel like Lauren.
I do too.
Lauren's the voice of reason.
She is. I wouldn't show up.
Yeah, have a meeting with that fraud.
Enjoy.
But they're willing to do it to support her. So that's nice.
Supporting her would be just cutting her off.
You definitely have that tough love school of thought.
Alright, enjoy your loser. Your flop.
So Eva did it. She got Marley's name changed. The donor did not show up, donor being the evil, horrible guy. And she's in the street reading the court order that officially changes Marley's name. I cried.
Yes, you did. I went to the bathroom.
I can't help it, okay? It just... I understand how special it is to her. She wants Marley to always be a Sterling, part of that family.
Yes.
You're part of this family. Your daddy's going to give you away when you walk down the aisle, the whole bit. She wanted to make sure that she had that all right.
As long as he's a good daddy.
He is. I think he is. Mike?
No, I'm saying, but, if he's a bad daddy, he's not walking her down the aisle.
Now we're at lunch with Kenya, Cynthia, and Candy. Kenya shows up in this skirt that's covered in palm leaves, and it's meant to show the shade.
I noticed
she's always plotting.
Candy showed up wearing that snake pattern.
Snakeskin, yeah.
Snakeskin, yeah.
What about it?
Well, then she had to bring up the guy in the bed with the snake.
That was an interesting story. I like that story. It reminded me of you.
I was going to say the same thing, Martha.
Yeah, how come the snake's not eating? I sleep with him every night and he won't eat. She's like, 'cause he's sizing up you. He's going to eat you. Sizing you up.
I've watched videos of snakes eating people.
I have to. I don't like the bulge after.
No, I think that would be your biggest problem.
Hardcore bloating.
Yeah. Ew. I'm like, they're like burned into my head, the images of it. Sorry.
So they start talking about Tanya, and Tanya's issue is with Kenya, and Kenya's like, I was not messing with her. I wasn't directing my comments at her, and Candy's like, yeah, you were. What?
Keep going. No, I'm enjoying this.
Okay. So she says she was, and then Kenya goes, yeah. Yeah, did I do that? And then there's like a kerfuffle over the crab cakes. They both ordered crab cakes as an appetizer, and Candy got hers first. And then Kenya's like, I don't know how she got those, and I didn't. And the waiter's like, oh, I assumed hers were an appetizer. She's like, mine were an appetizer as well. Thank you.
I'd love to have seen them place that order.
That was scary.
To see if she actually ordered them as an appetizer.
They showed it.
I
didn't think she did order it as an appetizer. I thought it was her main meal. Cynthia apparently told Tanya everything that happened. Cynthia felt obligated to let her know that she had spoken with the cookie lady. So they show us the scene that didn't make it in the episode. Tanya goes, I'm not going to let anyone destroy my house of love.
Okay.
My house of love.
House of hell. Can you imagine? I bet you...
This woman is so annoying.
I'll bet you she is so passive-aggressive at home.
My house of love?
Her poor boyfriend, husband, whatever. I'm sure he deals with... Oh, God. Oh, what do you think she's like when she gets really mad at him? And they're behind closed doors.
I think it's a little bit like the movie Elf.
Except she would pull out a knife.
Oh, you do think? Yeah. While using those weird insults.
Yeah,
what the frick, Paul?
Or she would threaten to kill herself. In front of him.
You think that?
No, I'm just... No, I don't. But I despise her, and I really just want to be able to envision her in the worst possible way.
Okay. Candy presents the package. She's like, oh, Tanya has something for you. And Kenya's like, what? And she's like, oh, nothing. And Kenya takes the wig and she goes, oh,
She tries to be very, very casual,
but she's got this
look
she's
in
like,
her eye. That was a scary look.
It was like, yeah, well, she's embarrassed. She's like, obviously, I have a successful hair care line, and she's trying to make me look bad by doing this. Whatever. But then
the government.
They bring up the IVF thing, and Kenya's like totally denies that she's trying to hurt her. And she says Tanya called her looking for IVF advice, which I believe. Because Tanya's really desperate to have a baby. She mentions in the spa, she's like, can I have a massage to tone my uterus so I can have a baby? And they're like, oh, no uterus.
Here's a Chanel pin.
So in the same breath where Kenya says that she wasn't doing anything to comfort Tanya, she's like, well, this woman that came to me about Tanya's fiance was beautiful, stunning, way better looking than Tanya. Oh, Kenya, no.
She delivers.
Don't act like you're not coming for Tanya. Like, you started this whole thing. Hypothetically, if your name starts with a T and you want to know if your man, hypothetically, would be cheating with a beautiful, stunning woman. Like, she couldn't have been more obvious that it was directed at Tanya.
I know, but Tanya sort of acts like, I don't know who it was.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kenya says that, I mean, she kind of laughs at what an unworthy opponent Tanya is, which is kind of true. She doesn't stand a chance.
I'm looking forward to it. As the
Kenya
kids say,
like,
I'm living for it.
Yeah, Kenya's like, does she not know I am the shade assassin? She is. Like, good luck with that.
I understand why people like Kenya.
I love Kenya.
As a housewife, as a person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I think some of you guys like take us extremely literally, and you think that we're
I also think some people are so invested in their lives, and they don't realize that
like how much of this is fake.
Have writers.
Yeah, and scripted. Whatever, it's okay. But yeah, some of the drama's real. They have personal problems, but it's largely fake.
It's manufactured.
Yes, it's manufactured.
Everybody has to be in this room at this time. and we may or may not throw a bomb at you and react to it. I mean,
Right.
that's how I imagine it to be.
That's what it is. It is. And so I think people think that we're trying to be like the blogs, like giving facts. And no, we're not. We're just laughing at the stupidity of these shows. And we think Kenya is someone who has a personality disorder, but she's very funny. And she's good for the show. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what's not good for the show? That Nene's not on it this episode.
Nene, and you know what? It showed. Some housewives can go an episode without being on and you don't even recognize it. Halfway through, I recognized
I know.
that
The
Nene was
episodes
not.
without Nene are like on board.
And you said you saw she can't quit. She's under contract for a few more
What is
seasons.
going on with Nene and Wendy Williams? Apparently she's playing games where she's feeding Wendy Williams information. And then when Wendy Williams says it, she's like, that's a private conversation. But I feel like she does it on purpose. Wendy's like, Nene's going to quit. Nene has something so sad going on. So sad. It'll melt your hearts. But I can't. She can't talk about
I
it.
love Wendy.
I don't know what's happening. But Nene's not going anywhere. They just keep cutting her out of the show. And it's not good. I could have done without all this nonsense. Like, this whole scene, I love Eva's kids. I'm happy that the baby girl got the new name. I didn't need the whole party with the name change.
No.
We could have used the Nene scene. There's not much to say about Eva's party for Marley. It's sweet. You know, everybody gets together. They're all happy. La la la. Tanya's there, and Tanya's kind of defending herself for opening the package. She says to Eva's husband, because he's an attorney, she's like, wouldn't you, if someone is trying to have you cross the border, what the frick? With a package, you have to see what's inside it. And Eva's like, he wouldn't have it any other way. He'd make me open the package. So
I would open the package, but you know that
that's not the issue. The issue
Tanya
is not...
loved it.
It's not that she opened the package. It's that she presented the contents of the package to the group. In
She
the
brought
spa.
it to the effing spa.
Yeah.
Let me go get it.
Yeah, this isn't about customs and how you checked what
This
you were
isn't
bringing
about
over.
delivering, you know.
This is how you took her personal
I
business
can't
out.
wait for Kenny to go after this woman.
I know, I like Kenya better. I'm
Oh,
Team Kenya.
Absolutely.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I am.
It'll be fun.
All right, you know what?
Oh, Martha, no.
I don't have a whole lot to say
I
about
do.
this. All right, Dennis and Portia are having dinner with her family, so she thinks, so that he can apologize to them. And then out of the blue, while they're getting ready, Portia seems very nervous, and he's like, your mama coming? Yeah. My mom was on her way, too. She's like, your mama's coming? Great. Then when the doorbell rings...
He is such a pussy.
Doorbell rings. She says, go answer the door. He grabs the baby so that he doesn't have to go answer the door.
That is unbelievable to me. I mean, it seems kind of minor, but it says everything right there. He's a pussy.
It's really awkward. Lauren and Miss Diane want nothing to do with him. They're just like,
And then he pours Lauren
He's like,
a drink.
anybody want a drink? Long time no see.
I didn't ask for a drink, Lauren says. A Hennessy. He's trying to
Not
get her
good.
trying to get her drunk. I mean, not like drunk, but I think loosen up the mood, try to control everybody. He is so dreadful. Each scene he's in gets worse and worse.
Yeah, I'm dead to it at this point. I don't
I'm
care.
not.
Because I feel like Portia took us all for a ride, like with how much
I'm like not happy with
crying and crying, and like I felt so bad for her.
I don't.
But then she's just too quick to forgive him for this horrible stuff.
this. She's an idiot, and I found that charming for a while. But you know, she's. I'm sorry, but
I know.
she's not smart.
She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, huh? There was some good old-fashioned Southern tension with Miss Diane and Mama Gina, who's Dennis's mom. Because it's so obvious that PJ is much closer to Miss Diane.
Yeah, because
she takes to her.
Yeah, Miss Diane is present.
And then Gina comes and it's, hi, hello, a lot of this going up, and that's when you know someone's being insincere. And Mama Gina wants the baby. And Miss Diane's very gracious, gives her PJ. But you could tell, like, it's just weird.
Through the entire scene.
Yeah, she won't let go of the baby.
And
baby hug.
And the baby looks more and more upset with each shot.
It's funny because in my family it was like that. Like, I'm very close to my mom's mom.
Uh-huh.
And I preferred her because she was around me all the time. And they always tell me that when I was a baby and my father's mother would be around, she would hug me and wouldn't let anybody touch me. Really? Yeah. And my other grandma's not like that because she knew I loved her.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, like you could tell Mama Jean's very insecure.
I love you. I love you. I love you. See, I'm your grandmother. See, I'm holding you. See, I'm gonna get you your bottle. She gets up at the dinner at the right time. Things are getting hot. Oh, I'll get him a bottle.
Mm-hmm. I'll go.
And then at one point you see the baby PJ and has like milk just like dripping all off.
I mean, Dennis is like giving this half-ass apology. At one point he says it's not nice that Miss Diane and Lauren blocked him because he's like, it's not fair that if you're watching my kid, I can't reach you. And Portia's like, well, she has her iPad. You could call her iPad. And he's like, come on. Like, you want me to call the baby?
He's already a shit father.
I agree with you. Initially, I'm like, I see his point technically that if someone's going to be caring for his child, he has to be able to speak to them. But he's just using this so he has points against Portia.
Exactly.
He wants like some footing with them. He wants to be able to say his ammunition. Like, I know that I'm a big piece of shit, but you blocked me.
Yeah,
and I'm still PJ's dad. I can't stand this guy.
I think he's just appalling in every way.
Gina is very obviously loyal to her son, and Portia brings up at one point that she never reached out to her, like when all this was happening, and
Very
Gina
swift.
says, yeah, she's just like, I didn't know like what was going to be the right time to do that, but no, I think she is on her son's side, but she says she did give him some fussing about it, and Portia goes, I appreciate that you gave him fussing about that. Well, of course she did. I'm sure his mother told him what he did to Portia was wrong, but she still could have reached out to Portia personally. But she didn't. It's very obvious her loyalty is to that oaf. And then under the table, they're facing a firing squad, basically. Like, it's awkward. It's tough. He's got a lot to answer for. And he's under the table with his hand on Portia's thigh, but not just on her thigh. He's, like, moving it in. He's, like, doing a lot of that.
She's crying. They're being emotional. And you know what really bothered me about his... Oh, yeah, he cried. It really changed.
Crocodile tears.
He said something that really bothered. He said, we're a family. And that pissed me off. Because it's like, you don't act like this is a family. You can't just say something and believe it to be true. You have to put the effort in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of it is just talk. It's like, you're not making the changes. And we know now that he's not because he cheated on her again. Yeah. You can't just say, oh, we're a family. Really? You're not acting like a family. Lauren was great.
I love how hard Lauren defends her sister. But in the end, she gives him a hug. She's okay with him.
What does she say? Didn't she say... He goes, it felt like a few months. She goes, it felt like a year to me.
I know.
And the mother said, really? Mama Gina.
Mama Gina said, longer than that. Whatever, that's that. I mean, there's rumors now that they're having problems again. Shocker. But
yeah, your fault, Portia.
Okay, well, I don't even want to give it any more attention. We all know it's not going to end well. The baby's cute, though.
I don't think so.
On that note, do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's it. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gianna.
I was going to say that. So sad.
Oh my God, I forgot all about it.
I know.
And then it just hit me again.
That's so sad.
I keep thinking about all those moments. Like, I was showing him, like, highlight reels of Kobe, and he's like, they go crazy, Martha, when he scores. And I'm like... I'm reliving just the excitement of my childhood. Every time he would pull these clutch moves, it was just, oh well, what a talent. So we'd like to dedicate this episode to Kobe. He deserves a lot better.
He watched us.
Yep. It's a huge honor.
Thank you for watching. Was it a tribute to you?
Yeah, it's a tribute to Kobe. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We love you. Please like and subscribe. Leave us a comment. You better say that we were right about Kenya's hair. Because you're always saying we're wrong. So give us one thing.
Not everybody. I mean, there's only like a couple people who defend her.
I know. It's okay. I'm half kidding. I feel like we have this playful thing with them.
We're being playful.
Not very good at it. We're like the little playful kids in the schoolyard that, there's something wrong with, and then, like, mysteriously all the other kids that play with them are having these severe injuries. Yeah, we're playing.
What?
It's time to play a game. It's called Push You Off the Top of the Ladder. Bye. Oh, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at UnKind TV. Bye.